Cheers!
Cheers.
Welcome to Movie Bitches. Movie Bitches.
I was trying to do Betches so we don't get flagged.
Oh,
I can't. Oh no, the brim of my hat in this. Oh no. Oh god.
Well, I certainly, I don't know. I'm gonna. It's not good. RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12 finale. Woo!
Woo!
I thought they did an excellent job with this finale.
I agree. There was one thing that really was bizarre that I liked, but was weird. But yes, on a whole, I thought they did the best that they could do. It moved. I wasn't super bored. I was worried I was going to be bored.
You know, I got a little bored during the what would you say to your childhood self. I thought we had lucked out and not had to have those. They were nice enough and quick enough.
Yes. Well, I will say I did think that they at least felt a little less produced and a little more just real.
Yes, fair.
I'm excited because I feel like Lee Dawson is going to take your green screen out your pink face somehow and do something with it.
Oh no.
Because I'm excited. You know, we could be anywhere. We could be on the beaches of Hawaii. We could be, in Delaware.
By the sea.
I was making a Wayne's World joke.
Or imagine being able to be magically whisked away to Delaware. Hi, I'm in Delaware.
Oh, I was doing Sweeny Todd.
Oh, yes.
By the sea.
Yeah.
So, first things first, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink. Go to trywink.com/moviebitches. You get $22 off your first month of wine. Yeah.
I really have to tilt with this hat. Yeah. Oh, wait, I have to do it.
Oh, that's right.
And second thing second, shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Go to movie. I've lost it. It's weird this time.
No, I liked it. It was good. $5 a month more gets you early access. $10 gets you access to a viewing parties.
This has gone to a weird place.
A little bit.
Patreon.com/MovieBitches.
Yeah.
We made it. We made it to the end of the season. We did.
Cheers
to us.
Yeah. But also, cheers. I honestly, maybe again it was the wine, but I was really enjoying last night's episode.
Oh, yeah. I as well.
Make sure to click subscribe. We're going to be doing All-Stars stuff. We're going to be doing, movie reviews. We have some really fun, exciting stuff coming for Pride Month. So, make sure to subscribe, share, share, and all that good stuff. Okay, great. Okay, this is coming off.
I can't see, I'm crying. It's like I'm talking to my younger self. Okay.
Oh my god. Keep it together, April.
So this is the finale episode, but we also are going to talk briefly about the reunion. We figured we'd just condense them into one so we could get moving on All-Stars right away. Excited nonetheless.
Yes, no. It'll be great. I mean, I'm so excited about so many of those queens because they're amazing. And look at Shea Coulee with her own frickin' beer. Love it.
For All-Stars 5, we'll still be doing viewing parties, but we won't be doing full episodes because we just can't. But we'll be doing live reactions on YouTube, and then eventually we'll do full episodes once we get back around to it. So, like 2030.
I think that'll be great. By that time we'll be like, ooh, yeah, let's revisit this.
Like, ooh, yes, we've got time.
Remember that Angina look? Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, so the reunion, I mean, you called it the Shady Bunch.
Which they just released the album for. Or
Who was asking for that?
Well, that's what I was going to say. But exciting news, Rick, they contacted him and they used his Ru, well, we have to get into Ru's look, but they used his Ru look for the cover art.
That's amazing.
I know, so awesome. So yay, Rick.
Speaking of Rick, we also have some amazing new designs and merch available at moviebitches.threadless.com, including some face masks.
Yeah, so go check those out. That's fabulous.
Yeah. But yeah, so the reunion, I mean, there wasn't too much to talk about, really. It was, Ru's mask was terrifying.
My home. Now, I just want to say to the fans, during these crazy times, I am so grateful we've had Drag Race to bring us together.
Most of my notes were, why is Ru dressed like Skeletor? Why is Ru dressed like Doctor Doom? She was like also a Darth Sith Lord. I don't know what was going on. She needed like, you know, the Swiss, or like the fan, the Swiss Army knife. You know, it was like a lot of things. What's going on with Ru's zip all the way up? Like
hoodie?
It was like
a body bag
onesie.
hoodie?
Yes, but it was purple.
Yeah.
I had a lot of questions.
Why didn't she just come out in like a little silk robe and her hair done up in a towel, you know, wrapped around her head, and like a little, you know, mommy dearest like face mask on, right?
Potentially,
Spa day.
because now everyone is talking about this fucking mask.
I guess.
I mean, it worked out. It was very terrifying and weird. I heard somewhere that like her friend makes these.
Oh. I heard somewhere, I think in our comments, that it's like a kink mask. And
Right,
I was like,
I didn't know what it was for. It doesn't seem to be a beauty mask because it's like plastic.
Yeah. It's like latex. It's like, oh, she's getting into it.
Superhero cosplay kink? Or it's don't look at my face. I don't want you to see me.
Well, because I guess her mouth bit is open.
Yeah, because it wasn't like a gimp mask.
No.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like a half gimp. Like where it's like, oh, well, you know, you need to be able to use your jaw for things. But the rest of your face is covered in latex. I don't know. Someone tell us.
Great. And Ru's apartment furnished by objects. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, I have to imagine that is in no way, shape, or form Ru's house.
But yeah, so they do the Shady Bunch, and I mean, for the most part, I thought this was successful for the limited resources that they had. You know, it was perfectly fine. This was never going to be a super dramatic reunion anyway, so it was like, yeah, sure. Some of the looks were really fun. Jan's like robe with her face all over was really giving it to me.
Yes, and also I don't know exactly. Someone pointed out her curlers looked, if not were, flesh jacks.
Were what?
It's a tool that looks like a flashlight, but is hollow for purposes.
Oh. Okay. Wait, did you say flesh jacks?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I'm putting two and two together.
Yeah. We can put a side by side, just because like it was silly. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
I don't know. I mean, I like that it was in rollers. She had her little Glamazon Airways little cap on.
Yeah.
It was very cute. I thought Jan was really fun and having a good time and all the above.
I mean, as always, I thought Nikki Doll looked absolutely gorgeous. Charlize again.
Very golden. What is that, Dior? That commercial where she like walks out of the pool and stomps.
J'adore Dior. Yeah.
It was very that. I thought Jada's look was so fun and cute with like the pillow behind her and the Z's and the mask.
It was great. It was so smart and chic. Like, this is what Ru should have done. I mean, you know, but like that idea was what I wanted, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm just snoozing at home. You caught me. Look at me. I'm so cute. But like fashion.
It covered most of her area, right?
Yes.
Like, so it's not like, oh, is that your bathroom back there? Let me see what books you have on the shelf. Like, it was like, and satin pillow. What?
Exactly.
It was good. It's a good idea.
It set the scene.
For this and for the finale, we'll talk about it. I feel like Jada made really smart choices.
She was very good about using the camera space.
Color, a lot of things. Oh my God, can we talk about Crystal's Charles Dickens Ebenezer Scrooge look?
Right?
I was upset.
Holding the candle the whole time.
Oh my God, my arm is so tired. Oh, my light went out. Oh, girl, just light your candle.
Sorry, my light keeps going off.
Just turn on the candle.
Light your candle, girl.
Have a lighter if you need.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
Fucking loved it.
Iconic.
And then I actually really loved Heidi's look. I think this might be one of my favorite looks of hers. It was this peachy, very textural. Why can't I say that word?
Well, it looked like buttons. It reminded me of, was it Gigi's buttoned all over look?
Yeah, I think it was really big sequins and beads, and it just had a lot of texture to it. But then these really simple, chunky chains that were going, and the huge bow in her hair with like the cute pussycat wig. I thought she looked gorgeous. I loved this.
Yeah, fully agree.
Heidi in closet is talking to Rue, and she's like, "So I think the fans have spoken, and it's just going to be Heidi in closet." And I love that her fans are calling themselves closet cases.
My fans, they kind of deemed themselves as closet cases. And they really do feel like they cannot do without the closet name.
Well, and then, they get some special guests, like always. They got, what is it? Lisa what?
Lisa Rinna.
Right.
Speaking of the husband, Harry Hamlin?
Hey, Jackie, you got it. I mean, you nailed her, right? Okay. All right.
Wow, you nailed me.
Her husband, Harry Hamlin.
Harry Hamlin. Don't you talk about my husband, Harry Hamlin. They were really fun. I thought this was super cute and silly and everything.
I'm surprised that they didn't get Patricia Quinn to come on.
And we get a library, and it was cute. It was fine. The only joke I remember is when Crystal was like, "Oh, Jan, do you have a condom? I know you're always safe."
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That was good. That really made me laugh.
You sure do talk a big game for someone who came in 13th place on a 12-person season.
Oh, you came in 13th place in a season of 12 was a shady bit. I mean,
yes.
Interesting that there was no talk about it. I guess nice, but on the other hand, it would have been kind of interesting to see how they've been dealing with it,
I think it would have been interesting. It would have given us a little insight into, it's such a sticky situation, right? I feel like they didn't even want to put the girls in that situation at all, which I fully understand. But the curious side of me was like, ooh, but I kind of want to, I just want to kind of hear a little bit about it. It was just
exactly.
It's been such radio silence.
Right.
From everyone about all of it and the edit and everything that I was like, oh, they're not even mentioning it. Okay.
No.
Redacted.
Except for there was that one Jada joke in the Shady Bunch. Well, technically just 12. But
that was fun.
We were 13 queens competing all together.
Well, technically only 12.
But like Macaulay.
So yeah, on a whole, I thought the reunion was perfectly cute. They all just there was no real shade. They just kind of apologized to each other and was like, oh.
Yeah, they had that silly fake fight moment where they're all just screaming at each other and you're like, well, this is nonsense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty uneventful, but perfectly nice, and they did a good job of making it work. So quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the finale.
So the finale starts. We get Michelle Visage broadcasting live from her closet with her. That was silly with her husband's ass out with the apron and stuff. Hey, everything's great over here. Just boring.
Yeah.
We get to see everybody's looks. Everyone does their best. I did love that Dahlia was on the roof.
Oh yeah.
In this green bondagey, Mortal Kombat-y.
Kind of almost Sonic rings or something, but then also sort of still in the Fierce Brock ally realm of it all.
Right.
It was the video game version. Yeah, she's green. I hate green.
I hate it.
She's the video game version of a Fierce Brock ally.
Love that. Rockham's look was cute. This glow in the dark. It almost looked like the Blade Runner skyline somehow. It was this future, and they were all these little squares.
Yeah, well, they almost had a kind of a pokey card vibe to it. Very 90s with giant printer ribbon bow behind her. 90s tech, futuristic, whatever. I don't know. But I liked it.
And then it was Nikki Doll with this purple ruffled, she had the Elizabethan collar and everything. I thought she took off her fabulous skirt too fast. I was like, ooh, look at this. Oh, it's gone. Oh no. But it was very fab, and of course she looked gorgeous and all of the above. I actually, changing the subject, really liked Aiden's look.
Yes. Black and bronze, Alice in Wonderland, Red Queen, but if she was in a steampunk, era.
Steampunk hell.
Yeah.
maybe
she's a villain in Wild Wild West. I don't know. But I'd be here for it. Now that would be a good runway category.
Would it?
Wild Wild West? Yeah, because you could do all sorts of silly things with it.
It's not specifically the Barry Sonnenfeld film.
No. Just Wild Wild West is like a term.
Yes.
But you
I
could,
like
if you wanted to come down as a crazy robot spider, you could.
If you wanted to come down in an old-timey wheelchair and a mullet and have a really upsetting Southern accent, you could do it.
You could. It would be on theme.
It's me, dear friends. Alive and kicking. Well, alive anyway.
With those collars where they...
Oh,
remember
yeah.
those, God, that movie's weird.
It's really weird. But I would be down to watch it again.
Oh, totally down to watch it again. Because
In like Bad Movie Club.
Well, because every single time I watch it, I think, this is the one. This is when it's going to work this time.
It never does. Speaking of runway themes, I thought of a really good one. Pride and Prejudice. Like the movie that we want to make. So it's like you can interpret it whichever way you want. So maybe they come out in like these fabulous period gowns, or maybe it's like a somehow rainbow period gown or something fun and cool, right?
Love that. Approved.
Good. And then for the lip sync, they have to lip sync to Walking on Broken Glass so that they're all in like period garb doing it. And it'd be fabulous.
Oh my God.
Right?
So fabulous.
Yeah.
Love that. And Annie Lennox is the guest star.
Absolutely. I thought about it because I just finished watching the Pride and Prejudice BBC A&E version. So good.
Oh, it's so good. That taupey green tails look of his when they're at Pemberley.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. With the striped that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has never looked taller.
So
anyway, yes.
Anyway.
Aiden Zane. I really like this a lot, and with the huge collar, and it was like Red Queen, but so much more interesting than I've seen that done in a really long time. Oh my God. And then it really made me laugh when they were like, and live from Maine, the Queen of New York City, Britta. It just made me laugh.
Now, if she had listened to Rue and done a J.B. Fletcher look.
Oh, she should have done that for the reunion. Right? Because it's like cash. Just put on like a cardigan and the big glasses. Ooh. Or Christina Ricci from Casper look.
There you go.
You know, maybe more Kathy Moriarty. She's more of a drag queen.
Yeah. Yeah, Britta was fine. I don't know. Maybe she was trying for like a redemption on her cone boob Madonna. I don't know. Didn't love it, but it wasn't bad.
But then Gigi won that category. Again.
Oh my God, we'll talk about it later. Oh my God, yes. And then next is Jan, Scissorhands.
I fucking loved this. And somewhat unexpected from Jan. Like, I was like, oh, Aiden decided to, what? Like, I was like, yes!
I mean, it was costumey, obviously. It was very referential, but in a fun way.
It was memorable. I wouldn't say it's like the best thing ever, but it was very memorable, and I enjoyed it. It made me laugh. I was like, yeah.
Yes.
So then next was the Widow Von Du as a Black Widow.
Yeah.
This was cool. I think the fabric just didn't...
Yeah.
It just didn't quite fully come together, but I liked it in theory.
It's also like a little bit #Elephant Queen, like I'm going to be very literal about my name and what it's like, okay, we don't, but whatever. And then next was Heidi in Closet, official. That's her name.
Yes.
I mean, I might still call her Heidi Hole, but, in this like, kind of Merlot-y, fabulous eleganza number. She looked lovely.
Yes. She looked beautiful. I still think I preferred her reunion look just because it was more like different for her. But this was gorgeous and it was on point.
Yes. And then next was Jackie Cox. And it was more like Jackie
Cox.
I know.
Sorry, just the way you said it really made me laugh.
It was more like Jackie Chickenpox. I don't know. It was real like... These circles were like a little bit like boils. I don't know. It was not attractive look.
I mean, they were diamond crusted boils. It was. They were of a shape that was less aesthetically pleasing than I would have cared for.
Yes, it just didn't read when I was looking at her. I wasn't like, ooh. It was more like, what? What's going on here?
So then we get to the top 3 queens, and first up is Crystal Method as this pinata. I died. Oh, I died. So hard.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Oh, I was cackling with the 4 legs and the and then when it farted confetti. I mean, come on. Lost my mind.
And her little ooh or whatever, like the noise. I was so tickled. It was great.
Probably because it looked like llama-ish, but I was like, oh, now I want to rewatch Emperor's New Groove.
Ooh, absolutely. Llama face.
Llama face. I loved this. Every time they cut back to her in this because it was like such a close-up shot later, and it's just like, hi, here I am. I just lost my mind.
Fucking loved it. And then next was Gigi Good looking fabulous. This cone buoy.
Blue velvet wrinkled gown. It was kind of giving me that Sasha Velour reunion. Remember that blue with like all the big wrinkly, and it was like, you don't remember that? It was so fast.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I felt like it was almost Mars Taxi, or am I making that up?
It was tall like that, more yellow, but just like that Barbie hair kind of.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then last was Jada Essence Hall as the Galaxy, because she was I loved this.
She was a galactic treasure.
She was a galactic treasure! Just every angle, every time they showed it again, I was like, oh, bitch. Like, yeah. Oh, and the details. And the what? Yes. Oh my God. I can't even. This is everything. So then last down the runway. This Lee Bowery Zorro.
That's kinder than I would have given it, but yes.
It was something. Just got this cape, and the hat.
Does anyone still wear a hat?
And the diamond-studded, again, this mask.
Yeah.
It was at least more of a lurk.
Yes.
Than the reunion.
The reunion was weird. This was weird, but more fabulous.
And the Saved by the Bell backdrops, I was like, yeah, yes. All these triangles and squiggles and like, woo!
Yeah.
And then they introduced Michelle and Ross and Rachel. All the judges are back and everything. It did make me laugh. I have to share this with you.
Oh no, Ru, that's just my face. I did a little homemade Botox, but it turned out it was poppers.
But it was poppers. My mom was like, what's poppers? And I was like, I'll tell you later, Mom. Don't worry about it. How do I explain that to my mom? I don't know. Just be like, okay, so VCR. Right, you know what that is. Okay, VHS cleaning tape. Okay, yes. Great. So then...
Well, I got it.
And then Rachel Bloom's bosoms. That was pretty much the headline.
And for the excuse to show off my pornographically large breasts, which are filled with milk. Oh, yeah.
Crazy. Oh, we forgot to talk about the silly bloopers from the reunion of her and Jeff Goldblum, and they're like singing nonsense and whatever.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah.
We totally forgot to talk about that. A bunch of the blooper things were fun, and I was like, why wasn't this in the show?
She plays this character on this starship.
I know.
Who's hundreds and hundreds of years old.
You know, in 4th grade, my mother dressed me up in drag.
What? Exactly. I was like, this would have been so much more fun for the edit of the show that was otherwise kind of boring or depressing. Like, why don't we inject this, like, funness into it? But, you know. So, quick commercial break, and we will be back with the faceography, close-up lip syncs, and the one-on-ones, and lots of stuff. There's a whole episode to come.
First up, Ru talks to Crystal Method and this weird punk rock troll, hairy armpitted, asymmetrical. It was weird.
It was weird, but it was kind of fun. You know, it was quirky.
Oh, yeah. I was into it.
I love, she's holding up her yarn armpits. I was like, okay, this is silly.
But then she's like, so how much of that is your real chest hair? I need to know. Okay.
Ru is like into the hair story from Crystal Method. I don't know what that's about.
Very much so. Well, because I guess if I thought about it, I would imagine that RuPaul is smooth from head to toe, right?
Well, certainly shaved. I don't know how much naturally, but yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant. She just is like nares
it's like a fantasy
every night.
Yeah, it's a she nares herself.
She just takes a bath in Nair, right?
Of Nair, yeah.
I'd imagine.
There's a specific Nair shower, and then there's the regular shower to rinse it off.
Allegedly, I don't know. Oh my gosh! And then this is when we get introduced to Eyeball Ru.
That's right.
I
What was the point of this? They just didn't want to show her body? I just don't understand why they didn't give her like a director's chair and a suit. Get Klein Epstein Parker to fucking sponsor it again or whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit.
Even if she wore a suit with the stupid mask, sure, whatever, fine. I don't know what this was. She was in the center of an eyeball with two.
It was like,
she had eyes inside the eyeball. I don't know what. This was giving me
like
like
the
some
Eye of
Power
Sauron.
Rangers.
I don't know.
Oh, now that's interesting. If they'd crowned them with a ring.
My precious.
Oh, now Crystal could probably do a great Gollum.
Or Gandalf.
Oh, sure. Oh, Gandalf. Anyway, Crystal gets a lovely message from her family and her abuela, who seems fabulous. I was like, she's 90? Bitch, what? That was nuts. And, you know, the talking to your younger self, it's always sincere and nice, but I'm always like, okay. Why should I win? I don't care. Rue's gonna pick anyway. Doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? Sorry.
Sure.
Personally, I don't care that much. Yes? No.
Very Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, I love it. Where in the world is Carmen
Sandiego?
Oh, I'm in Rome.
Oh,
I'm in Sydney.
Oh,
look, it's Paris. Morocco. Oh. If only.
If
only.
No,
I'm on a beach in Greece.
Oh.
Eating
Would you
olives.
like some more hummus and olives?
Oh. Yes, I would. All of them. Thank you very much. Anyway,
yeah, so Gigi Good is next, and she is in this RuPaul look, apparently. Pandering much? I don't know. But...
this MTV Spring Break 90s RuPaul look. It was cute.
The earrings were really driving me absolutely insane.
Because they looked like she cut them herself.
And poorly. I was like, girl, these are no way a circle. What's happening? Use a fucking cookie cutter if you have to. I don't give a damn. But, like, trace that shit out and make it circular. My OCD was going off. I couldn't.
So then Gigi talks to her younger self picture was so great. In this Sleeping Beauty, like, Disney dress. I was like, yes. And her mom gives a lovely message to her. There's a lot of talk about the difference between cockiness and confidence. I'll just say that.
She definitely seemed hungry for the win. I mean, all season, but like this episode, you could really see it in the eyes of just like the hunger.
Hunger. Oh, hunger. So then, last but not least, Jada Essence Hall in this Glamazonian cheetah girl. Oh my God, I loved this wig. It was so gorgeous.
Amazing.
And the little like claw marks. And the hair, and the makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. I fucking love this. Again, talks to herself. Lovely. I love that she was like, bitch, look at your skin. I was like, yes.
First of all, bitch, you have sickening skin.
Yes, 8-year-old me. Look at that flawless skin. I mean, still looks the same. She still looks flawless.
Flawless.
Like Trixie Mattel said, she never had booger face. It didn't exist.
Right, just, yep.
Even at 8. Oh, you know what? I just realized what that eyeball thing kind of reminded me of. Can't you see, like, Isabella Rossellini being like, this is an eyeball. You use a cornea and a retina, and, like, explaining it to, like, some educational purpose.
If I were an eye, I would be in a socket. I'd be made of rods and cones, unfortunately.
My anus would end up on top of my head. Unfortunately.
But if it had been more of that, I would have been into it. But it was just like, and here I am in a different mask, floating in an eyeball. Okay.
All right.
Choices that were made. But Jada talks to her younger self and talks about her grandmother and stuff. I was very engaged. I feel like Jada's really eloquent and just is America's Next Top Superstar. Spoiler alert, she nailed it.
She really did. There's just like a charisma there. And I think part of it comes down to she seems so genuine. You know, like she seems just like she's wearing herself on her sleeve. So then this was fun. Heidi, they give her like the Miss Vanjie edit, you know, where it's like, oh, you're really fun. So you do this fun thing and we'll give you extra screen time. You know, it'll be great. You're America's favorite.
Wash your hands, please. You're going to get you some nice warm water. A little bit more to get going. I think the word's malleable.
She had a silly hand washing thing, you know, fuck you, and fuck you.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. I'm worried about hiding, okay? Let me draw your hair.
Fuck you, fuck you,
Fuck
fuck
you,
you,
fuck
fuck you.
I'm never going to wash my hands the same way.
And her partner, roommate, boyfriend seemed so fun and funny.
Yes.
Just can I take this off already? Say it again. Say it like you mean it.
Heidi, you're the winner of this week's challenge.
Now say it like you mean it.
Can I take this off, please?
You're the winner of this challenge. And she's dressed like Diana Ross and just that rainbow shrug, like, say it again. Yes. Yes. It was so fun.
So then they do the faceography, close-up, lip sync. This was smart and fun, you know, a good way to do it from afar. It was fine. It was, so what, a RuPaul song?
Bring back my girls. Bring back my girls.
That's right.
Bring
back my...
My God. That should be part of the song, though.
Bring back my girls.
Now it's time for a breakdown. Bring back my girls.
Sure.
I mean, it's always tough for me to look at three different people.
Yep.
And I will say I at a certain point just started watching Jada.
This is what I thought was really interesting because I also found it hard to focus. Like, who do I focus on? I don't know. But Jada made really good use of her camera, right? And then by moving in, I was like, okay, bitch, now I'm looking at you. And guess what? I didn't stop looking at you the entire time afterward. You got my attention. And then I was just like, oh, right, I forgot to look at everyone else. So it was really smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone, as much as I saw, did great. But
oh, yeah.
I will say I was fully drawn to Jada most of the time.
Although I did also think that Gigi did a lot of good, like, acting face stuff. You know, like her brows and she was serving a lot of tude. They all did really well. But yes, yeah. I think the key was grabbing my attention. So quick commercial break and we will be back with the Choose Your Own Adventure lip sync. What was it called?
Yeah, the Choose Your Own Adventure lip sync. I
Great.
don't know. But I like that.
Yeah.
Turn to page 93.
Ooh.
Now we're in the Cave of Wonders. Oh my God. But look out. There's a giant spider. Ah! And it's made of robots. Ah!
Ow.
Oh no. Are you okay?
So then this was a big bummer, but I thought it was really sweet. They had this tribute to Jacqueline Wilson, the producer. And what I really liked about this was that they showed a side of the show that we don't really get to see. The human connection that these queens have had and how they rely on someone to give them that motivation to keep going or to get through these really tough moments in the competition.
I'm glad you're sticking up for yourself and you're not letting it get in your head.
I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, we got to see kind of behind the curtain, so that's always interesting to me. But also all of the really personal, lovely stories from all the queens of the past. She had been working on the show since season 2, and so I thought this was like a beautiful and lovely tribute. Next, they do the Choose Your Own Adventure lip sync. I mean, this was kind of interesting. Ru was like, and they got to pick the song, and I was like,
yeah.
I'm sure of a list, right? I mean, there had to be like some...
I'm sure they had to probably give them, like, here are my top 3 choices or whatever, and then the producers came back and were like, well, we can't afford this, so pick it, you know, we're going with your number 2, you know, that kind of thing.
We paid for Destiny's Child in the finale. We cannot afford this. Oh my God, but first up, Crystal Method in this.
I was dying laughing. I was cackling so hard. This was one of my favorite things to ever come from the show.
Oh, yes.
Her baby birding herself from above. I mean...
I lost it. When she regurgitated that slime into the other... Oh, my God. This is like some Sasha Velour level shit where I was like,
yes.
Oh, bitch, you took it there. Because, I mean, honestly, we had asked for this. I think they should do this now for the regular finale. I think you can do a live final 2 lip sync. Holy shit, the crowd is egging you on. Yes! But also, and you can have more resources, obviously, if we're not under quarantine with, like, you know, everyone gets a sound guy and a camera guy, whatever.
Yeah.
But to creatively... you create something that you would do in a club and let's show it at the finale. I think it's such a good idea.
Was it like Jada's where she was moving and grooving and using her whole body? No. Is that Crystal's strength? No. So she went a different way, and I like that this allows them to do that.
It does. It gives different queens different opportunities to showcase themselves.
Yeah.
And I really liked it.
I thought that her lip sync was still great. You know, her makeup was awesome and fun, but like you could still see her mouth and her words and everything working for me. Next was Gigi Goode, and this was also really, really impressive. The backdrop was great.
I mean, in her interview, she was like showing the, drawing of the backdrop or whatever, and she was like, oh, I'm recreating a music, and I was like, oh, she's gonna do Aha's Take On Me? Okay. That's all I'll say. Like, I was just like, oh, and that's what she's doing. Because it's the most iconic music video ever still. I think ever still. It is the benchmark for iconic music videos, let's say. I really like this. It was great. Her Cruella de Vil wig, the mirror that she's looking through was fab. The reflection of the light was bothering me, but what can I say?
Me too. But like, what are you going to do? Like, whatever.
It's not a read, it's just a fact. Like, I was just like, oh, it's reflecting. I'm noticing this. That's all. But I thought this was fab, her quick change for you. It was very, Magic Merkins. Ross seemed confused on purpose, which was fun. How did she do it? Oh my God. I don't get it. What? I don't understand.
And then they'll appear when you hit play again.
What's going on? I mean, what?
I guess, okay, here's my thing. If we're getting nitpicky, Crystal created something that was Crystal and her own and something different, where Gigi recreated something that already existed. And it was cool, but that's all I'll say.
That is very fair.
If we're splitting hairs, which I feel like we've had to do all season, that's all I'm saying.
But I think that's actually very fair because this was so close. I really felt like it was like they were all amazing. And I would have been happy if any one of them had won. I agree with the choice that was made, but, because of how close it was, I think that's a good point. You have to split hairs. And is it as creative to just recreate something that someone else has already made?
Well, and that was Gigi this whole reunion. That's all I'll say. She recreated RuPaul's look. She recreated Dorothy.
So then last is Jada Essence Hall lip syncing to Get Up by Sierra, and I was down for this.
She starts in her plush robe on the couch, full face of makeup, to reveal, loved this jumpsuit.
Yeah.
The dancing, out of control. The fan, loved it. Oh my God, the wind machine, it really got me.
This was interesting for me in that I feel like she was working with the tightest circumstances, right? She didn't have a lot of space that she said to Ru. Yeah, literally the tightest. It was like, ooh, she doesn't have a lot of room to work with. A lot of things to do, but she made it work. She was creative with, okay, well then we'll do the mirror shots. I could have used a little less of the mirror.
I think, they were trying to make it a little grander.
Yes.
There's two
a little
of her.
More music video-y. Because she could back it up with, like, the goods, it was fine, but it was certainly the least creative of the, like, I'm going to use the space that I have, and more just like, I'm going to be fabulous in my apartment.
She gave a full-out performance.
Yes.
The hairography. Oh my God.
Oh my God. So then it's time to pick the top 2 to lip sync for their lives, except Ru can't decide, so all 3 of them go forward. And on one hand, I was like, oh, good, because I couldn't decide either. And on the other, I was like, but now we're going to have a 3-way lip sync and I'm not going to know who to look at. And that's mostly what happened. But at the same time, too, it's like they've made it this far and they sent them the thing and they had them recorded anyway. So why not show it to the world?
I hate a 3-way lip sync. I hate it. I hate it.
I know. I hate it.
I hate it.
But alas, that's what we got. So quick commercial break and then we will be back with Miss Congeniality, Dolly Parton, and...
Can we just talk about her closet for the rest of the review? I'm done. That's it. So then we get a cameo from Nina West, the reigning Miss Congeniality. So excited to see her. She's fabulous. And then Dolly Parton. Oh my God. She was so fabulous. Her closet looked like the inside of the Priscilla bus. I mean, she had a Chanel. The glitter, the glitz, the shoes, the robes, the feathers. I could just talk about this forever. I loved this. Freaking everything. Oh, here I am, just in the gayest closet that ever existed.
But of course, like, what did we ever think that Dolly Parton's closet was like? Of course, this is the only option that you could have for Dolly Parton's closet.
Was I surprised in any way? No, but I was elated.
Yes.
And then Heidi, woo, crowned Miss Congeniality as it should be.
Yeah. And she gets her $10,000. I was like, oh, good girl. Look at you, $15,032. And then they announced that everyone gets $2,000. So I was like, oh, look at you, Heidi, $17,032.
That was nice.
But I'm so excited for Heidi. Yay.
Oh my God. So Ru's eyeball. Okay, we're back. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it driving you fucking nuts that was like a white line behind her head that was either part of the eyeball image or something got messed up in the green screen. Did you not notice this?
I don't know if I did.
It's like right. It was like white line. White line.
So then we get Evie Oddly, and I was obsessed with this sweatsuit, jumpsuit.
Tube sock.
With the socks as the boa. Oh my God.
Tube sock shrug. I mean, come on. Oh, this is why she's our queen. I love Evie.
Yeah.
And did you notice the tube socks she was wearing, she either made heels out of or put them over like heels?
Love it.
This grayscale, like,
Loved
it. Imagine what Evie would have done for this finale.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel like they need to keep this. It's like Project Runway. You get $5,000, Tim Gunn's going to come visit you, and it's going to be great. It would be so fabulous. I guess maybe they don't have the music rights for it. That's a bummer. But I was going to say, like, if they could post it as a music video. I guess if it was like a RuPaul's song, less fun because it's less creative.
Yeah.
You remember that song, that music video, Dove, where she's going down the streets voguing, and it's just like everything?
And she's just in those bike shorts. Oh.
Yeah. But like, so if you could really move, you could do something like that, where it's just like this fabulous oneer. Or you could do like, what was that band? Okay Go, where it's like a Rube Goldberg-esque. Yeah, you really mind melded that. You could do a lot of things, and it could be really fun.
I think it's a great idea, and they should 100% bring it back. So yes, Evie's gonna pass the crown. Her Majesty is gonna pass the crown, and we get our final. We'll talk about it. I loved it, and we get our final 3 lip sync to Destiny's Child Survivor.
This took me back. Oh boy.
Right? This took me all the way back to season 1.
Oh, so they gave them all, and I thought this was really important and smart. They gave them all the same, shitty background.
The same prom photo streamers.
Exactly.
They could have given him something better. Just because you gave them all the same thing doesn't mean it has to be the same shitty thing.
Exactly. They could have upped the budget a little bit. And I thought that was important to make sure that like everyone was on the same level playing field and that, the visuals all matched.
These looks. Oh my gosh. So we got Crystal in this Tim Burton through the looking glass nonsense that I loved.
Yeah, I really liked it. I found it a little crowded. It was hard for me to really kind of pinpoint what was going on because of the distance and the she was already only a third of the screen. I found it really hard to figure out what was going on with her face, like lip syncing wise.
Oh yes, but I liked the look itself. But I fully agree with what you're saying. That's why we'll get to Jada, but anyway, we'll get to it. So then next was Gigi Good, and I was like, oh, she's doing grayscale Dorothy. And then
I mean, it was a good reveal.
Yes. I guess I'll just say this. I was not surprised by anything Gigi did the whole reunion. And I'm really not trying to be shady to her. I was just really trying to literally pinpoint differences.
Right.
And I was never like, oh, you got me, bitch. It was like, I always was like, oh, you're doing this.
Sure.
Great. But she looked really cute in this little grayscale Dorothy outfit. Maybe she needed a basket with Toto in it.
I was just going to say it.
Well, and this is where I thought Jada was really, really smart. She wore a single color that was electric, that drew you in, and I was constantly going, oh, look at that orange. Oh my God, that orange.
Girl, look how orange you fucking look, girl.
Her stunt. Oh, I lost my mind. With the cape? With the
crown,
at the end.
With the
cape?
Oh my God. Oh, I was like, oh, yes.
I was already like, take this crown, take it right now. But now, oh, it was so good.
This Dilophosaurus,
It was like Priscilla Dilophosaurus. And then with the crown on top. Oh my God. Oh, it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
And the lip sync was good. I mean, I cannot follow through a lip sync. I don't know what it is. I just can't do it.
Well, and I appreciated at least they would take a little bit to show just the individuals. But yes, I found it hard to be like, oh God, I'd have to watch it 4 times to be like, okay, I'm just going to watch theirs. I'm just going to watch theirs. I'm just going to watch theirs. Now I'll watch it all as a whole thing. I don't know. But I don't want to have to do that. If you miss one thing, if you're like, oh, look, I was looking at Jada and now I missed the reveal over here or whatever it was, it's hard to get the timing right.
It's an uphill battle. I think they did the best that they could with what was happening, but I thought Jada won.
I thought they all did really great, but for me, in the end, I was just like, no, she already has the crown on her head. Just give it to her.
That had me gagged. That crown. That Dilophosaurus crown. And then I was still a little nervous because you never know where Ru's coming from. Yeah. But she did the right thing and Jada won.
Yay!
Evie passes her the digital crown. Oh my God, it's so fucking funny. This was so dumb and I loved it. Loved it. Thanks. And then I loved that she was even still like, no, but mine's better.
Exactly.
The Dilophosaurus crown is better. Yes, thank you, but we're going with mine. Thanks. Okay, it matches my outfit. Okay, great. Cheers to this season. Really strong cast. Lots of really great performances. I think everyone did a great job for all of the crazy uphill battles they've had to deal with.
Yeah, I thought it was really great. They really did make it work, given a lot of circumstances working against them. And, you know, I thought it was really nice. One of the queens tweeted, of all the seasons that we needed a RuPaul's Best Friend race, this was the perfect one to have it for. And I was like, yes,
that's true.
It's been very nice to just have everyone be excited and awesome and rooting each other on. It's like almost like Great British Bake Off, but and talented, super talented.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I don't need the drama, but when they're gonna shade each other.
I mean, it's fun. If it arises on its own, great. Love a little dramatic moment. I don't need manufactured drama. So if it's not there, just let them be nice and we can figure out other ways to have fun.
We didn't talk about so at the reunion, I thought Rockham was the only one that was giving me sort of natural, off-the-cuff, funny, not the only one, but I kept being like, oh, that was really funny. Oh, yeah. Rockham, that was so fun and funny and not rehearsed.
No one holds a candle to you.
Oh, God, I'm so funny. My mom laughed pretty hard when she was talking about her dick looking like beef jerky from so much masturbating, I'll be honest. It made us laugh. So anyway, so I just think Rockham, I really want to see Rockham on an All-Star. I think she was so fucking fabulous. Yeah. Even more so than Jan getting robbed. I feel like we were robbed of Rockham.
Yes. Well, cheers. This was a fun season. Thanks for joining us. Again, make sure to subscribe, share, and follow us for All Stars 5 starting before we literally, I guess it's already started at this point, right? Starting tonight.
Fuck! Yes, Juju!
Jujubee! Yes!
Fuck yes, Jujubee!
And of course, thank you again to our patrons. We really appreciate your support. It lets us keep doing this. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
There's a lot of really fun stuff coming up. So make sure to go check it out. And cheers!
Cheers to Jada Essence Hall!